If you're over 50 or caring for someone who is, this conversation is especially important. Today, we're going to talk about something many people overlook: your nighttime habits. Because what you do in the evening, especially before bed, can quietly affect your heart in ways you may not notice right away. These are not dramatic or obvious things. In fact, most of them feel completely normal. But over time, they can influence your blood pressure, your sleep quality, and the overall strain on your heart. My name is Dr. Amba Carter, and I'm glad you're here. On this channel, I focus on sharing simple, practical health guidance to help you stay active, independent, and informed as you age. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through several common habits I often see and explain how they may be affecting your heart and what small changes you can consider. Let's go step by step. Late night eating. One of the most common habits I see is eating too close to bedtime. Now, this is very understandable. Sometimes dinner runs late or you feel a little hungry before going to sleep. But your body is designed to slow down at night. Your heart rate decreases, your blood pressure lowers slightly, and your body shifts into a state of rest and repair. When you eat late, your digestive system becomes active again. This means your body has to work when it should be resting. Blood flow increases to support digestion. Your metabolism stays elevated, and your heart continues working at a higher level than it normally would during sleep. Over time, this can interfere with your body's natural recovery process. It can also affect your sleep quality, even if you don't fully notice it. Some people also experience mild acid reflux at night, which can disturb sleep and indirectly affect heart health. A helpful adjustment is to try finishing your last meal at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. If you do feel hungry later, keep it light. Small changes like this can support your body's natural rhythm. Screen time before bed. Now let's talk about something that has become very common, and that is using screens before bed. For many people, this feels completely normal. You might sit in bed and watch television, scroll through your phone, check messages, or browse the internet. And at the end of a long day, it can even feel relaxing. But what most people don't realize is that this simple habit can quietly interfere with your body's natural sleep process. And over time, that can have an effect on your heart. Let me explain. Your body follows a natural internal rhythm, sometimes called your biological clock. As evening approaches, your brain begins to prepare your body for sleep by releasing a hormone called melatonin. Melatonin is what helps you feel sleepy, calm, and ready to rest. But the light from screens, especially phones and tablets, can interrupt that process. This type of light sends a signal to your brain that it's still daytime. As a result, melatonin production is delayed, and your body doesn't fully transition into deep, restful sleep when it should. Now, this might not seem like a big deal at first. You might still fall asleep eventually. But the quality of your sleep is what really matters, especially for your heart. During deep sleep, several important things happen. Your heart rate slows down, your blood pressure lowers naturally, and your body begins repairing and restoring your blood vessels. This is a critical recovery period for your cardiovascular system. When your sleep is disrupted, even slightly, your body doesn't get the full benefit of that recovery time. Over time, this can contribute to increased blood pressure, higher stress levels, and more strain on the heart. And here's something that surprises many people. You don't always feel the effects right away. You might wake up and think, I slept fine. But your body may not have reached the deeper stages of sleep it truly needs. So what can you do? The goal isn't to completely eliminate screens from your life. It's about creating a healthier balance. A simple step is to reduce screen use about 30 to 60 minutes before going to bed. Instead of looking at a screen, you might read a book, listen to soft music, or simply sit quietly and allow your mind to unwind. Another helpful option is to dim the lights in your home during the evening. This signals to your body that it's time to slow down. If you do need to use a device, lowering the brightness or using a night mode setting can help reduce the impact. But ideally, giving your eyes and brain a break before sleep is the most effective approach. Think of it this way: your nighttime routine is not just about falling asleep. It's about preparing your body and your heart for proper rest and recovery. And sometimes, one small change, like putting your phone away a little earlier, can make a meaningful difference over time. Nighttime stress. Now let's talk about something that often goes unnoticed, but can have a very real effect on your heart. And that is stress, especially the kind that shows up at night. Many people assume that stress only matters during the day, when you're busy, active, or dealing with challenges. But in reality, nighttime stress can be just as important, sometimes even more. Because this is the time your body is supposed to rest. You may lie down in bed, turn off the lights, and expect your body to relax, but your mind is still active. You might find yourself thinking about your health, your family finances, or things you need to do the next day. And even though your body is still, your heart is responding to those thoughts. This is because your body doesn't always distinguish between a real physical threat and a mental one. When your mind is worried or active, your body releases stress hormones, such as cortisol. These hormones are useful in short bursts during the day, but at night, they can interfere with your body's ability to fully relax. Instead of your heart rate slowing down, it may remain slightly elevated. Instead of your blood pressure dropping naturally during sleep, it may stay higher than it should. And instead of entering deep, restorative sleep, your body may stay in a lighter, less restful state. Over time, this pattern can place extra strain on your cardiovascular system. And here's what makes this particularly challenging. Many people don't even realize it's happening. They may think, I'm in bed, I'm resting. But mentally, they are still active. And the body follows the mind. So what can you do about it? The goal is not to eliminate all stress. That's not realistic. Instead, it's about helping your mind gradually slow down before sleep. Simple techniques can make a big difference. For example, taking a few slow, deep breaths, allowing your body to physically relax, or even writing down your thoughts before bed. Some people find it helpful to create a short, consistent evening routine. This might include dimming the lights, turning off distractions, and giving yourself a few quiet minutes. The key is to send a signal to your body that the day is ending and it's safe to rest. Even 5 to 10 minutes of intentional relaxation can help lower stress levels. And when your mind begins to settle, your heart can follow. Over time, this can improve not only your sleep quality, but also how your body recovers each night. And that recovery is essential for maintaining long-term heart health. So if you notice that your mind tends to stay active at night, don't ignore it. Gently guide it toward rest. Because a calm mind supports a calm body, and that's exactly what your heart needs at the end of the day. Sleeping position. Now let's talk about something that many people don't usually think about, and that is your sleeping position. It may seem like a small detail, but the way your body is positioned during sleep can actually influence how your heart and circulation function throughout the night. As we get older, our bodies become a bit more sensitive to posture, alignment, and comfort. And during sleep, your heart, lungs, and blood vessels all work together to support your body's recovery. So even small changes in how you lie down can have an effect over time. For example, some people prefer to sleep completely flat on their back. While this may feel comfortable, in certain cases it can make breathing slightly more difficult, especially if there are underlying conditions such as sleep apnea, congestion, or even mild circulation issues. When breathing becomes less efficient, your body may not get the level of oxygen it needs during deep sleep. And when that happens, your heart may have to work a little harder to compensate. Now, this doesn't mean that sleeping on your back is always a problem. The key is how your body feels and how well you are supported. Another common issue is poor pillow support. If your head and neck are not properly aligned, it can create tension in your upper body. Over time, this may affect circulation and even lead to discomfort that disrupts your sleep. And as we've discussed, poor sleep quality can indirectly affect heart health. Some people also tend to curl up too tightly, or sleep in positions that place pressure on certain parts of the body. This can slightly restrict blood flow or create tension, especially over several hours. So what should you aim for instead? The goal is not to force yourself into a specific position, but to find a position that allows your body to relax fully and maintain natural alignment. For many people, this means keeping the head slightly elevated with a supportive pillow, allowing the neck and spine to remain in a neutral position, and avoiding positions that feel tight, strained, or uncomfortable. Sleeping slightly on your side is often comfortable for many people, especially when combined with proper support. But again, the most important factor is how your body responds. Here's a simple way to think about it. When you wake up in the morning, pay attention to how you feel. Do you feel rested? Or do you notice stiffness, discomfort, or fatigue? Your body often gives you subtle signals about what is working and what isn't. Making small adjustments, such as changing your pillow, adjusting your position, or improving your overall sleep setup, can make a noticeable difference over time. And while these changes may seem simple, they contribute to something much bigger. They support your body's ability to rest, recover, and maintain proper circulation throughout the night. And when your body is supported, your heart doesn't have to work as hard. So don't overlook the importance of how you sleep. Sometimes, improving your health begins with something as simple as the position you rest in each night. Hydration. Now, let's talk about something that often seems very simple, but can have a meaningful impact on your heart health over time, and that is hydration. Many people don't think much about their fluid intake in the evening. In fact, some intentionally avoid drinking water at night. And the reason is understandable. You may not want to wake up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, but completely avoiding fluids in the evening can create a different kind of imbalance in the body. You see, your body relies on proper hydration to support many essential functions, including circulation and heart function. When you are well hydrated, your blood flows more easily through your blood vessels. Your heart can pump efficiently without needing to work harder than necessary. But when your body becomes even slightly dehydrated, things begin to change. Your blood can become a bit more concentrated. This means your heart may need to exert more effort to move blood throughout your body. Over time, this can place additional strain on your cardiovascular system. Now, dehydration doesn't always feel obvious. Especially as we age, the body's natural thirst signals can become less noticeable. So you may not feel particularly thirsty, even when your body could benefit from more fluids. And this is where many people unknowingly fall into a pattern. They reduce fluid intake in the evening, they don't feel thirsty, and gradually, the body operates in a slightly dehydrated state. This can contribute to reduced circulation efficiency, feelings of fatigue, and in some cases, mild dizziness or discomfort. So what's the right approach? The goal is not to drink large amounts of water right before going to bed. That can indeed disturb your sleep. Instead, it's about maintaining steady hydration throughout the day and avoiding the habit of completely cutting off fluids in the evening. A small glass of water in the evening is usually enough to support your body without causing significant disruption. You might also consider spacing your fluid intake earlier in the day so your body stays balanced by nighttime. Another helpful step is simply becoming more aware of subtle signs of dehydration. For example, a dry mouth, darker urine, or feeling slightly low in energy. These are gentle signals your body may be sending, and responding to them early can make a difference. Think of hydration as quiet support for your entire system. It doesn't demand attention, but it plays a role in how smoothly everything functions. When your body is properly hydrated, your heart can do its job more efficiently. Circulation improves, and your body maintains better balance overall. So rather than avoiding fluids entirely at night, aim for balance. Support your body throughout the day and allow it to stay gently hydrated into the evening. Because even small, consistent habits like this can contribute to better heart health over time.